Well, for a different perspective, let's bring in now Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth. She's an Iraq War veteran and Purple Heart recipient. He tweeted out that that video and another one with the Russian military, men doing push-ups, and tweeted, "Holy crap, perhaps a woke, emasculated military is not the best idea." Your reaction to what you're seeing and hearing from your colleague?
Well, first, let's just say that video of this purported video of the Russian military actually was from white supremacist web pages and chat rooms. And so, number one, he is retweeting white nationalist propaganda to begin with. Listen, I would like to hear, and I'm willing to wait to have my colleague explain to me what about the video about the corporal was emasculating or turning the U.S. military into pansies. The fact that it's about someone who graduated at the top of their class joining the military? Is it because it's about a video about someone who had a parent who overcome significant disability and challenges and overcame them? Is it because it is someone who is choosing to use their skills to serve our nation and protect and took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States? I'm willing to wait to hear from Senator Cruz which of those things is turning our military into a pansy. But I doubt that he'll be able to answer me because I don't think he can find a good reason. And frankly, he is way off the mark here. Our military is recruiting the very best to join. And it seems to me that this corporal is among the best.
Senator, I just want to underscore what you began with, which is this content was created on websites, channels, social media channels that push out fascism and anti-Semitism. That's the content that Senator Cruz is attracted to and feels the need to retweet. The Kremlin must be so proud. This is the juxtaposition of the Russian military with a real army recruiting video, and he's falling for it, in other words.
Yeah, he's a United States senator, and he is pushing white supremacist propaganda and denigrating the United States military, the same military, by the way, that has been protecting him ever since the insurrection that he helped to foment and continues along with so many Republicans to try to distract the American people from. Remember that Senate Republicans, including Mr. Cruz, just sent a very clear signal that they won't support the commission to actually look and see what actually happened on January 6th. And by the way, a bipartisan commission. And so he is doing everything that he can to distract the American people from the fact that it was people with Trump flags wearing Trump propaganda who used the American flag to beat Capitol Police officers and mount an insurrection and stormed and desecrated our nation's capital. And so how is he going to do this? How is he going to distract us from it? Oh, yeah, he's going to retweet white supremacist propaganda. And as a bonus, he's going to insult the United States military while he's at it. Shameful.
Yeah, and I don't know who's going to Senator Ted Cruz as a barometer of masculinity on who serves or does not. Let me come to you on some breaking news. White House apparently is reducing the size of its infrastructure proposal from $2.25 trillion to $1.7 trillion. We know that the president has been trying to negotiate with Republicans. Your reaction to that reduction?
Well, I am willing to work with my colleagues across the aisle to try to get some sort of an infrastructure plan out the door. Our economy needs it. Working families need it. I hope they come to the table. I think this is a good faith effort by the administration. I am somewhat concerned about moving broadband out of that. You know, in this past year where kids like my 6-year-old has been in distance education, we have over 20 million households in this country who don't have access to broadband. And so I worry about moving things like that out of the package. But I am happy to see the move towards, dialogue and negotiations. Let's get this out the door and help the American people.
Senator Duckworth, I appreciate that you want to move on to, business. But I can't stop the Ted Cruz. I cannot get past that he feels that he somehow has a right to tell the military. I mean, you are someone who served. You're an Iraq War veteran. From what you know of Senator Ted Cruz and how when the going went tough in Texas, he fled to Cancun, do you think that he could have served by your side in the Iraq War?
Well, I mean, you know, I had some pretty tough men and women of all different backgrounds who served next to me. And in my cockpit, it didn't matter where you were from and who you were, you know, what you believe. As long as you defended the Constitution and had each other's back, that's all that mattered. I will tell you that when I was sitting in my helicopter bleeding to death after we were shot down and my legs were blown off, I didn't ask the person who came to carry me out of that helicopter to safety whether they were raised by two moms or how they identified. All I cared about was that they were there and they had the American flag on their shoulder. And by the way, at the time, Ted Cruz was not in uniform and he did not have the American flag on his shoulder.
Senator Tammy Duckworth, thank you. We really appreciate getting your thoughts on all of this.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.